You're such an asshole.
I like this one. This is funny. Where do we go? Cap, who's the dumb shit? Me or my wife? Basic info, we are both, your guys are relatively young. No kids. Have 10,000 student loans from our undergrad and a modest home and mortgage. Please redact bracketed content. Okay. Situation. Well, how am I not supposed to mention your trade? Situation. Wife is quitting a nurse job, ICU nurse, to become a CRNA. That's good. School starts at 2 weeks, 2 years master's. She'll be dropping to half-time to try and keep healthcare benefits for us. I run a small business. Profits feel stable. No, are they stable? Or do they feel stable? See, that's why you have an accountant. And that's why the entire skill of accounting was developed, so you know profits are stable or they're not existent. You should know to the penny what your profits are. Where did we go? And are increasing with each passing quarter. The problem, I found a mixed commercial residential property in a large town we can afford by selling our house. I'm ready to open my particular trade shop. I know I will likely turn a profit on the property and grow my business at an accelerated rate by having a brick and mortar location. To me, this is low risk and it is as close to guaranteed profit as it ever gets. I have 8 years experience in my trade and my wife and I manage money well. But yeah, if all you guys got is a little bit of debt and you're that age, that actually is real good. With the sale of our current house, we could put 30% down and assume a new mortgage payments at a slightly monthly increase. This commercial residential property is worth roughly 15% more than my home is currently valued. My one-man mobile trade biz will gross around $100,000 on year 3 in 2019. All right, so you've been in business for a while. I ran the numbers with the new place, adding a store to my business, hiring a kid to answer phones and learn the job. Oh, there's your biggest risk. Oh, no. Now you're bringing people into it. No. You're gonna find a kid. Dude, I can't find a kid to mow my fucking yard. You're gonna find a kid to answer phones, be integral to your business? You find an old lady who's been like a professional secretary that's retired and is looking. That's who you hire. You hire a wise, reliable woman, a older woman. That's what I would do. You don't hire a kid. To me, it's a fucking no-brainer, but wifey doesn't want to move because she likes the big, cute yard and garden out at our quaint, quiet house in the burbs. She argues moving during school is too much bullshit, and she worked too hard to live in the shitty apartment attached to the rear of this property. Okay, so that's what you could live in the property. She's a good woman who works hard, kicks ass, and blah, blah, blah. Great wife in general, but she really is fucking up here and won't budge on selling the house. Okay, in a town not too far away from the main town. I want faster growth now and passive income later. What do? I believe she's operating on emotion, and her anxiety is causing a low-risk opportunity at early business growth to slip away. Cap, do I just let this go? I could spend the next few years growing my business in other ways, but this idea seems both aggressive and low risk with a downside of sacrificing the comfort of our nice home. Who is the dumb shit? I had a couple questions. I want to know where your wife was going to school, which I won't mention because then a commute risk comes in, or not risk, but variable comes in. I have multiple emails here. Give me. Oh, the school is, well, your commute would be still sucky. Even if you bought the place, your commute's still going to suck because I'm very familiar with this area. Clinical rotations. See, now, okay, you're both being dumb shits in some regard here. She's a dumb shit for going all the way over to that part of town. I don't know what town is there. Is that like a community college or something? That is gonna suck for commute, whether you buy the place or not. Whether you keep your old place or the new, because those two are not actually too far away from each other. That's gonna suck. Her current work commute's great. See, I'm all for her. Well, if she's working part-time, she could still... That is a real nice commute you guys got there. All right, but that's... We're not here to criticize your wife's choice of college locations, although I do agree with her going to get that degree. No, you're the dumb shit. Sorry, dude, you're the dumb shit on this, because there's a couple reasons and some small ones, but the two main ones is the town you're buying in. Are you fucking nuts? You do not own your property in that town. You are fucking insane. You might as well go buy in communist Cuba. They're going to jack up your tax rates. I know someone who has a small business in the town you're thinking about buying. You can't sell the place. You know, he used to at one time. Now he can't. This is during a booming economy. No. And then also you trade. You don't need a physical location to do it. And you think you're going to get... In one of your previous emails, you think you're going to get a lot of this work because of drive-buying? No. And you said you need a physical location so that it pops up on Yelp. Register your house as a physical location. All right? Then it'll pop up. And you get Yelp reviews. Have your buddies write in some Yelp reviews. It's also not too far away from that area, so I don't think you're going to get any geographic advantage whether you have a Yelp review here and a Yelp review only several miles away. And then, what else? The commutes are relatively the same now. And just, dude, that's the other thing is now you're going to have a business and you have by magnitudes of order overly complicated a relatively simple machine. This goes back to the P-51 versus Tiger Tank Company, as it's an article I wrote several times ago. The reason things like P-51s or AK-47s or what's another one? The T-34 tank ended up being great. Well, even though the AK-47 wasn't World War II, ended up becoming these famous and most favored weapons of war of soldiers and pilots is because they were easy, they didn't have a lot of moving parts, and they could be replaced cheaply. The Tiger tank, yeah, by all means, the best tank ever of World War II. When it was working, when its fuel pump wasn't shitting fuel all over the place, when the tracks wouldn't fall off in the mud. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in perfect weather conditions, the Tiger tank was a great tank. You know, until you know you got it into a city, and you are now overcomplicating your machine. I do not believe you're going to get anywhere near more business than what you're currently now. You might get some driving, we might a little bit, but if that's the case, put up a billboard on that street that you want to do that. That's what I would do. That'd be way cheaper than actually buying a house. Second, I also happen to agree, and now this is minor, this is not, I happen to agree with your wife. I wouldn't want to live in that shithole town. I would stay where you're at and have more room. And your business can be ran out. So you're now employing a kid. That's not going to work. Now you have to worry about employment law. You got to get business license. You got to get licensed by that specific city. You're gonna rent. Keep in mind, you're not gonna own that property. You will be renting it from the city forever. And the way that city is going, I don't think it's gonna have value down the road. Whereas your current house does have value because people do actually want to move there. You are just horrendously complicating something that can be done at home. So which to me, I'm just like, well, I would never do that. It'd be like me getting an office in, the Twin Cities or something, in downtown Minneapolis, to set up my company and hire someone locally. No way. No way. Now you got legal risk. No way. The property sucks. The town sucks. You're complicating your business, making a tiger tank. That's going to suck. And I don't believe the profits and the revenue are there. And if you really want to test it, here, test it. Test it. Go find a billboard on that street. I know the street you're talking about. Find out, just put an ad for your service and see, do it for a quarter and see if any added revenue came in. And then you'll know without having to sell your house, move, buy a new shittier one in a shitty part of town to see if you would have gotten the increase in revenue. Because I don't think you are. But yeah, no, you're the dipshit on this one. Your wife is right. I should maybe make that the title of this. Sometimes your wife is right, because sometimes she is. All right, there you guys go. That was definitely worth the $40 you paid me. Trust you me, I saved you a lot of money. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. See you guys later. Toodles.